Let's dive right into the deep end. A new bill would put the brakes on high-speed e-bikes in Oregon. The bill applies to Class 3 electric-assisted bikes, which can reach to speeds up to 28 miles an hour. The bill would essentially ban them from multi-use paths, so that's sidewalks, bicycle lanes, or bike paths. We talked to the state senator behind the bill about what he hopes it accomplishes and the feedback he's gotten so far.
The reason the bill is being brought forward is really for safety and multi-use of paths by people on different modes, from pedestrian, joggers, bikers, and also and with youth and such. The concern from my perspective is that we want to make certain all of these paths and trails are safe for all, that people can use them with respect for each other. And unfortunately, there are a number of situations that have occurred where individuals that are on full throttle e-bikes are not really being respectful to others in the sense of the speed they're riding on these paths, and either near misses or actual accidents that have occurred. And so what we're attempting to do is basically start the dialogue of opening up as to what, if any, limits, additional limits that should be placed on different type of modes of transportation on those multi-use paths specifically. I cycle a lot. I do in Eugene, and I use many of the paths on our way out to get out onto roads and do road riding. And there have been times where I've visually seen people actually have the near miss. I've had other anecdotal stories told to me of where there have been actual accidents of collisions. And again, in many of these cases, from my years of riding, and it appears that many individuals that are using full throttle e-bikes are just not either conscious or respectful as to the situation they are creating by driving those type of vehicles that are at excessive rates of speed, and also not giving any verbal signaling as they are passing others on those paths. Once the bill came public, I'm starting to have a lot of email coming in with people having some concerns as to how the bill is currently drafted. And we will be working through that. I have not had any conversations directly with the Department of Transportation as to any aspects that they have had. I've also had individuals say thank you for bringing this issue forward because of their lived experiences in similar situations that I've described. My focus on this is the e-bikes that are full throttle as compared to ones that are what known as rider assist. If it's a full throttle non-assist vehicle, I would question why it should even be on one of these paths, that it would in fact be one that should be operate on the roadway, just like any other type of full throttle vehicles. So that would be potentially a moped or a motorcycle that it could, be more attuned to. But the bill itself, and it's not my goal to require additional licensing, insurance, anything to that effect. I think that would be something that would have to come through some other process. The intent of this bill is basically for safety and ensuring that certain riding apparatuses may not be appropriate for certain parts of the roads or paths that are being utilized by other users of those paths, such as pedestrians.
The bill is now in Senate committee. You can read the full text of the bill online. Just go to the story on KATU.com/ArcPDX. And the story is a lot of you talking. Username Bill from Oregon writes in part, actually a law that makes some sense. A bike with a motor is not a bike. It is a motorcycle. Motorcycles already cannot travel on sidewalks and in bike lanes. Username Javier S writes, is it the bike or is it the rider? Maybe just limit speeds and enforce it instead of getting into the weeds trying to ban a Class 3 e-bike. Who even knows what that is? And username CliffClaven49 writes, just another law that will not be enforced. Let us know what you think. Just go to this story on our website and comment below.